my channel collective. Hey y'all. This is gonna be a reading for the twin flames who aren't gonna be in this oneness, either in this lifetime or in the near future. Okay, so this is gonna be for you guys. And y'all know sometimes I talk about things, but I'm gonna get personal. Alright. Y'all, if you're not meant to be in oneness in this lifetime, or that cycle is not, you haven't reached that point, and you're not going to reach that point for a while, whether it's your fault, their fault, both of y'all fault, there's that mirroring aspect, whatever. I want you guys to understand how liberating it is when you release yourself of this belief that nothing can make you as happy. It's not true, guys. You don't think the divine knows where this other person is on their journey? You don't think that the divine is like, we're just waiting, for you to release this so that we can give you... Think about it this way, guys. Sometimes you go through so much shit with your twin and you're just like over it, and you hang in there for what? Answer that question and put it in your own shoes. Don't base it off of what they say. Don't base it off the they say. Base it off of what is coming from this. What level of sustenance is coming from this connection? If it's not nourishing to the soul or in your experience, then release it. The divine is going to have something equally as good or better. But it's about knowing where you stand in your connection. There's great reward for those who honor their truth. They go through fear, they go through disappointment, they go through discouragement, they fight the odds, you know what I mean? But ultimately they do what is best for their personal journey. That is rewarded. And it's going to be rewarded with someone who's going to make you so happy. Listen, guys, I feel liberated. I told the divine, I said, you know what? You know better than I do. If I'm not going to be with my twin in this lifetime, or if we're not going to be together anytime soon, you know what I mean? And this was a while ago, I told the divine, I said, send me the person that's going to make me happy. Send me the person that's meant for me. And when I released that, and when I spoke that, it put me in a different level karmically. It put me on a different level as far as attraction. It opened the doors to welcome in counterparts of good value. Not quantity, but quality, right? And it was like, when I first made that decision, I was brought someone in. And of course, we were hella compatible. It was a divine being. It was a good match. But at the end of the day, I entered into that connection with limitations. And my limitations were the fact that my mind was still on my twin. My thoughts, my dreams, my desires were still with my twin. So therefore, I entered a connection with limitations. So I was given a connection with limitations. I couldn't pursue that connection any further because it was something that stood in between it. You know what I mean? Not to mention, I had to honor my truth, and my truth was that I was still entertaining someone else mentally and emotionally, spiritually. And I don't know about y'all, but I think spiritually is one of the most disrespectful. Like, oh, hold on, baby. Hold on. The flesh may succumb. But I'm recording, baby.
Oh, my bad.
That's what you need.
Your mom said, can you send her clothes down?
Tell her I'm recording. Hold on.
Alright.
I love
What's
you.
up, guys?
I'm like, my nephew cares so. What's up, guys? Where was I at? So yeah, it was a good quality. It was a king, right? Ultimately, I do want an emperor or a high orphan. High Orphan might be a little too, but listen, ultimately what I'm getting at is, I had to recognize I entered into that connection with limitations, thus for this connection had a top on the bottle, okay? And with that being said, I had to go back into myself and further release, heal, work, recognize, detach, right? And it's like, it has been one of the most liberating experiences. I realized I didn't light the incense, but if it had not been for my twin playing their role, you know, I didn't write the script. I'm a part of the play, right? So if it had not been for them playing their role and pushing me to a point where I had to focus on myself, pushing me to a point where I had to identify what is my shit, right? What is being projected? What are my fears in this life? What are my fears in previous lives? What is stemming my plant? You know, where's my seed growing from? What have I ultimately planted, right? And I had to own up to my own shit. You know what I mean? We can go around being triggered for the rest of our life. Or we could take back our power and say, hey, you know, at the end of the day, I'm powerful than a motherfucker. What can hold me back, right? Your twins shouldn't be able to hold you back from purpose and mission based on their own stagnation. If you make their stagnation your stagnation too, then both of you are not fulfilling the point that you were brought in union for. It's not about being together to be powerful. It's about recognizing who you are to take back your power. You give your power away when you live in ignorance. You know? When you live in ignorance, you're giving away your power. But when you begin to understand and release yourself of these ties, it's like, okay, now I get it. I don't know, they're bringing me to these rooms. So let's get into your reading, guys. I don't know if I'm reading for people who are fully aware that they're not on that path right now or in this life, or if I'm dealing with people who still need to come to terms with it. But we will pull whatever energy is the strongest or whatever we feel needs to be brought through, right? So let's get some runes to really govern your reading. Let's see what's crowning your reading, the overall energy here. And I do want to write them down. Wow. M, R, M, and C. So let's write these down really quick. Oh wow, straight out the gate with marriage. See, we have white rebirth / renewal. Wow. So we have meditate. And last but not least, felt like a ghost for a long while. No one, no face like Michael Myers. We have clear cognizance. I'm starting to change though, but I know that I know he's on. Remember when we spent. Okay, guys. So we have marriage, rebirth / renewal, meditate, and clear cognizance. Wow. Sometimes it feels like I need I'll take a minute to take it in.
And from here I see it pains you. This life is all about your dreams, though.
You guys, you wanted marriage with your masculine, your feminine, or you reached a point. There's a split energy here where some of you are at this point where you now want this marriage, this partnership in your life. And some of you want it with your partner, some of you want it with your twin. And others of you are like, I want marriage by the right person. Are a right person, right? But there's this energy of with this renewal, rebirth happening here, this transformation here, it's going to be a shift in perspective. And what I feel like is for those of you who feel like you're longing for this twin, it's going to be a reality check. With this renewal and rebirth here, there's going to be this reality check where no matter who I have, the reality of the situation is there's this energy. I keep hearing it, like, and it's interesting because I never say this. It sounds even weird to think, but it's like coming from the back of my mind. Like I hear it. I don't know. I can't explain it, but it's just like, so maybe that's like in the back of your mind. In the back of your mind, you feel like, I don't want to get a divorce. I want to be married one time, right? So you're like, in reality, if my twin isn't the right person, it would be a tragedy to just want to run off and marry this person just because they pushed the gas on my ascension, right? They triggered something in me that pushed me in the direction. Don't give your twin all the credit for your growth. And I feel like there's this energy here where you recognize within yourself that I want to do this right the first time. I want to enter a life partnership with the right person. And if my twin is not that outstanding achiever, you know what I mean? Then it's just like, okay, well, no matter what I've worked up in my mind, no matter how many readings I've heard or how many whatevers indicate that it could be very successful, the reality shows that there's no success coming from this. Therefore, if I was to put all my eggs in this basket, I would be eggless in the end, right? So with that recognition, you're like, and it's helping kickstart this rebirth. It's what I feel more is the renewal aspect to it. The realization, in a way, it renews your vigor to go out and find that right person, to put yourself out there, to make yourself available, to release yourself of this karmic pattern of twin first, soulmate second. Your twin is still a soulmate. If you were to play matches and find the mates, it would be, the same pair, right? So, in one way or another, I wouldn't so much, well, it depends on how you view soulmate, because to me, a soulmate is essentially a kindred spirit, or someone you have a soul contract with. Your souls were already intended to come together for whatever purpose. Good, bad, ugly. Bad is just growth. It's just the reality checks of life. So it's like, in love, you're reborn. In love, your heart is open. You're willing to. You can see yourself as a being in a relationship, Some of your twin flame dynamics may put you in a position where you're like, I'm not going to get in a serious relationship if it's not with this person, or I'm not going to get in a serious relationship because if I can't even work it out with this person, my equal, then how can I work it out with someone else? All that is coming to an end. This rebirth, this renewal, it's a rebirth in spirit. So that's a full purification. And this renewal it's like a redirection in life. It's a rebirth on the physical plane. So there's a physical and a spiritual transformation happening here. And with that leading right into meditation, of course, there's more profound transformation that can come from being centered with self, being in tune with self, being in tune with the divine. But not only that, in meditation, you learn how to control your breathing, which increases the amount of prana you're taking in, which increases your relaxation, which decreases the overstimulation of the mind, right? And with the decrease in the overactive mind, the overactive emotions, there's realizations that happen. There's a closeness that closeness sounds funny. There's a sense of being more in tune with self, reality, and the progression of moving towards a stable and committed connection. So as you're aligning with this marriage material energy, really incorporating and locking that into your brain, some of you may be living as if, meaning making space in your home, in your mind, in your heart, in your spiritual practices for a partner. You know what I mean? And a lot of you are just seeing yourself as if. I am fully capable of being the perfect man or woman, partner, husband, wife, spiritual soulmate. You know what I mean? And meditation is really going to bring you closer to that full embodiment, full return in that energy. Living as if creates as it is. It goes from as you want it to as it is, right? I'm sorry guys, they're taking me into this energy that's interesting. It's almost like they slipped me into this meditative loop, and I feel like it's like this energy of being symbolic of letting you know it'll become easier and easier to get into this meditative state in your daily life. That's really going to help you narrow down the right soulmate. You got to understand, as you increase your vibration, you become receptive to more in all areas. So there may come a point where you get these options, externally. People, places, things, nouns. You get flooded. There's this energy of getting flooded with options once you get in tune with yourself. You get flooded with everything you want and need. And again, back to that meditation energy. Especially this clear cognitive energy, where it's like you slip into these sudden knowing places or spaces in time even. With clear cognizance, again, it's that sudden knowing. And it's almost this energy again where this is just you getting so damn in tune with yourself. When this person and these changes happen, this clear cognizance abilities, it increases. It becomes more controlled. And you're able, it's like clear cognizance, sudden knowing, It's the receiving of information without study, right? Without having to investigate. It's the wisdom that just comes from within the spirit, brought to the conscious. So there's this energy here where you get this clarity. These changes come about and you know what to do with it. It's that discernment between the soulmates that are coming in. I integrated your energy in all of these cards. We have reconciliation, justice. It's them. 9 of Pentacles. Together we just complement each other so well. Surrender to your full power. Abundance. Let go. Red, which is the root chakra card here. Queen of Swords and the 10 of Cups. I mean, it's really beautiful how much surrendering and accepting self and connecting to self really brings about such a beautiful obtainment of peace, justice, independence, balance, a soulmate that truly fucking complements you. You two complement each other. You're not taking from each other. You're giving to each other in a way where it's so balanced and progressive. Abundance, taking back your full power. It's that recognition. That's the King of Swords. It's King and Queen of Swords here. It's that recognition that it was never me. It was this other energy fucking me up. And when I say it's not me, it's them, that doesn't discredit or take from you taking, you taking responsibility for your own role. You know what I mean? Your own triggers, your own actions, your own thoughts, your own beliefs or disbeliefs. It just means the reason this relationship didn't work was predominantly on them. So you can release yourself knowing that you did what you could. You know what I mean? It's the card that kind of tells you release yourself from any mental bondage. King of Swords knows what he wants, creates his future. Like they say, the best way to predict the future is to create it. The King of Swords does what the fuck is best for him without concern for the judgment of others, without concern for how other people may feel or think or how it affects other people. Not in a way where it's like, oh fuck y'all. It's just in a way where I had to do what was best for me, right? We have let go. Root chakra, we have passion and survival. Queen of Swords and the 10 of Cups. How is this not on vibrate? This is crazy. My phone is never... Okay. So it's like... And with this reconciliation, as I was integrating the energy into this love deck, you kept getting reconciliation, soulmates, and one more. We're going to start this reading, but we're going to see where we're starting first. What is the divine... Wow, honey, we're fit. What is the divine orchestrating in your experience at this time? These are all majors. These are 2 decks, but I took out the majors, all of the 10s, and all of the aces. Because I feel that those are also major energies, right? So... let's get it. What is the divine really assisting you with it? Whoa, that's a lot. We'll check the one that flipped. There's only one. Oh. It's more than one that flipped over. We have the Wheel of Fortune here. Ace of Pentacles. And the 10 of Swords. Absolutely aligned. The divine is helping you with shifting karma. This is shifting fate. Putting you on the upward end, changing the direction. If you thought you were going to be in a relationship with your twin, this is the divine telling you we're putting you in a different direction. And it's a direction that's absolutely better for you. This is another 10, which is telling you you're closing out that karmic cycle. Your twin absolutely comes with karma. I don't know why people think that your twin flame is not a karmic situation. You're heavily dealing with karma. In fact, I do feel a large part of the reason you're born in with your twin is to clear karma faster. If you two are the same soul, that means that the work that is being done separately is going towards the same pool, right? The same energy, right? You're decreasing the karma for the two of you. And perhaps if this is a and perhaps this feels like it's being channeled right now, and perhaps if you're in a true twin flame connection, you could be in your last incarnation on this earth, moving into another dimension, another opportunity to have a completely different time and space, reality, level of consciousness experience overall. You know what I mean? It's almost like that final level of evolution. If you were to go from being a plant to an insect to an animal to a human, to being in an incarnation with your twin, to being able to graduate from this earthly plane. We believe in exiting the wheel of karma, right? And entering the wheel of grace, right? Not the will of grace, but thy will be done, the will of grace. You know what I mean? They're helping you seize this opportunity for a new beginning in your physical reality. This is a pentacle. This is also potential. This is also a one, which is highly representative of self. An opportunity that is just for you. The opportunity to change fate in a positive direction. They're offering you the opportunity to change your way of thinking. Again, those karmic thought patterns, things of that nature. All of the truth that you withheld and end up hurting yourself by holding in. All of the emotions that were shed, that's emotions, not blood, that's water. All of the emotions. All of your spirit and youthfulness that was lost in the process of obtaining truth and not knowing what to do with it, or it being so much to handle. It's an ending to it. The divine is helping you shift your karmic patterns, your mental behaviors, your thoughts, your ascension steps. For some of you, look at that. As I was about to say, this is you realizing heavy spiritual truths that definitely contradict what you thought previously. This is a paradigm shift. This is an ego bender here. The divine is putting your ego and your fears and your repeat behavior, it's putting it on display for you. All of the unconscious is being made conscious for you to make changes in your physical reality. The divine wants you to definitely go in a progressive direction. They want you to find the balance in all of the differences in your life. Find the control in your experience and move forward in your divinity. That's a 7. Move forward into your own success with your divinity here. Know your truth, honor your truth, and honor thyself, and you will get a loyal partner, because justice comes from those who do the work, who allow themselves to not be held to their own mental constraints. Really, they release their own mental constraints, the beliefs of what can happen, what's possible, and recognize there's an infinite amount of possibilities, and that the divine is conspiring in your favor. Therefore, as long as you don't put yourself in the way and become your own roadblock, then the road is clear. You have the light to shine on any path, whether it's light or dark. Typically, the Ten of Swords, the darkness is lifting. This is already bright. The darkness has already lifted. Why? Because you already have the higher knowledge. It was just 28 on the clock. That's 10:10. You can have a loyal partner. You can have justice. Blessed. You can have justice. Just put the burdens down. Put the burdens down. Look at that. 10:10 again. Tower, 10 of Swords, 10 of Wands. You can have justice if you change your life, change everything about the structure of self. When you change the structure and the foundations of self, you change your reality. This is the structure coming down and being transformed in reality. This is the divine striking you, maybe putting some sense in your head, striking some sense into you, lighting that fire under your ass. That's 10 wands. It does feel like that final push. Chariot, it does feel like that final push. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Looks like he's being pushed as well. It's that final push to release the wands, to go for it and transcend in love and in self. And love also means self-love. It means all forms of love. We have the 10 of Cups over here. All forms of love. Next to release. I'm sorry, next to let go, I said release. Wow. I mean, it does feel like it's pretty self-explanatory, but we'll keep going. Hierophant under those. What's the next we want to do here? How is this helping you in mission? How is this helping you in your mission, in your life purpose, and moving in the proper direction? How can you consciously make the connection between the two for your highest good? How can you consciously make the connection between the two for your highest good? To amplify the trust and the faith that you have in the divine and in the universe. This Hierophant energy, this Chariot, this High Priestess, this Wheel of Fortune and Justice, Ace of Pentacles, everything we have here. Oh my God. You guys, I'm excited for you. I'm really hoping that you guys are able to let go and release, you know. Freedom. Oh my goodness. Freedom and animal. Release the beast within is what I just heard. Release the beast within. Dolphins are very intelligent, very loving, very funny, you can say, adaptive, relatable in some way to humans in terms of the way that energy is exchanged, I feel. For some reason, that's significant. And it's like, I don't know, I forgot I had that dolphin over there too. Let's get it, guys. Information to help in the best direction. Body art. Interesting. Interesting. Your life purpose involves body work, such as massage therapy, energy healing, physical therapy, or exercise training. Again, that Ace of Pentacles, heavily related to the body. The Wheel of Fortune is things shifting in the physical due to the energetic change, right? Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's true desires. These really do have a lot of energy coming from them. Oh, sensitivity. You're becoming more sensitive and need to make changes accordingly. Nutrition. Wow, guys. Last two, energy healing, direct correspondence to each other, and nutrition back. Okay. Study yoga and crystals. Well, this is beautiful. I like it. I like it. Let's see what we're feeling here. It's helping you go towards your life purpose in regards to really getting you connected to yourself. You remember the energy we talked about before where you'll be able to have better discernment between your personal energy and the energy in your environment and yourself. This is suggestive of you becoming far more powerful in energy work. And it's really time to decide, where does your heart's desires really stand? In your personal ascension? In being of service? In learning yourself and becoming more sensitive, as that will help you in your life and in your career? Because it does feel like some sort of spiritual career is obtainable to you, especially in the position of High Priestess, Chariot, Hierophant, Justice, right? This energy healing is not only it's not only talking about your personal energy healing, but it's also talking about the energy healing that will be done in regards to how you're able to naturally heal others as you heal yourself. And this nutrition is very suggestive of you replenishing yourself and others, you know. Some of you may be good cooks, but it's more, I breathe the energy, it's that soul food, the energy you give off, you know, that vibrational share between two or more individuals, that soul food, you know what I mean? The energy that feeds the body. I really believe that the chakra systems is the inner soul, the soul that's internal to the body. That's my thoughts, guys. Take it how it resonates, but let's go forward. What does your divine masculine want you to know? What does your divine masculine want you to know, please? What does your divine masculine want you to know? This was so important in your pre-shuffle. It just repetitively kept showing itself. We have strength, as it is above, as it can be all around you. 8, strength, as it is above, or as it can be all around you. It tells me really that your strength is not foreign to you guys. Your divine masculine wants you to know that no matter how it stands on this physical plane, the love that was created above, the love that has been here since you two were created, since you were created before the split, or however that really goes, you know, that infinite energy of love that will forever be shared between you two. It's strong. And your divine masculine wants you to know that as it was is how it will always be. Ignorant, I still need further guidance. Your divine masculine is still growing. They're not ready, guys. They're not ready. Repeat. The truth is love doesn't make you crazy. Fighting it does. The truth is love doesn't make you crazy. Fighting it does. And they realize that, but they still need further guidance. They have a long way to go in their ascension process. And there's not much they can do about that, you know? Under the bottom of the deck, we have bless all. Every step I take, every move I make, I'll be blessed through and through. You both will be blessed regardless of the dynamics and how they transpire. However this unfolds, the love will always be there. And you two can always grow together, separately, whatever. But the reality of the situation is love didn't make you guys crazy. It didn't make the dynamics crazy. It didn't make anything crazy. What made it crazy was fighting it. Fighting it. Okay? But if it was to come back together, it would repeat itself. Because this masculine, they're not ready. They're not ready. What's to know in regards to this new person coming in? What's to know here in regards to this new person coming in? What's to know in regards to this new person coming in? True love. Oh, wow. This new person coming in is true love. This is the romance of a lifetime. We don't have to go any further. This person that's coming in is a new true love. Oh, the other one was past life. That's what it was. That was the other heavy energy. Reconciliation, past life relationship, and I remember now. It's safe for you to love at the bottom of the deck, guys. Deception is over. It's safe for you to love. No matter what the dynamics was prior, the divine is blessing you. And they're giving you exactly what you deserve. Romantic feelings, your heart being open. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Your heart is open. You're getting the opportunity to really love. Give this relationship a chance behind that, and don't have the fear of codependency, guys. Give this connection a chance, because this new love that's coming in is true love, okay? It's safe for you to love, and it's safe for you to explore your romantic feelings when this comes in, or if it has already come in. Give it a chance, because it's worth it, guys. This your soulmate, your twin, they're not ready. And who's to say that they'll be ready in this lifetime? It may not have been meant for you to be in that type of dynamics to begin with in this life, you know? Sometimes shit happens and you just have to accept truth for what it is. What's coming in if you really let your guard down and accept this relationship? If you really accept this relationship. Ups and downs. Middle chakra. I mean, Spirit is really not gonna lie to you guys. So ups and downs, fuck yeah, you know, but you always bounce back. You always bounce back. 22, you're always two a cup in each other. You always have that equal love for yourself and each other. Both of you will offer the 2 of cups. That's 4 cups together, guys. And hell yeah, you're going to go through the ups and downs. That's life. But you will bounce back. And with these middle chakras, it's really dope when you think about it, because it speaks directly to your self-esteem. It speaks directly to your willpower, your personal responsibility. It speaks directly to your love, your self-love. You know, it governs that sector of relationships. It also speaks to your ability to speak your truth and communicate clearly, you know, and effectively. It gives you that extrovert energy where you're able to put yourself out there. And you get stronger through the ups and downs. But look at that extrovert at the bottom. I did not see that. If you can see in the mirror, I was looking up. Wow, it gives you, look at that, a paradigm shift. It gives you a paradigm shift entirely. I kept feeling what's unsaid. Let's see what's here. And it strengthens your intuition overall. Helpful resources. And it does feel like either both of you will bring home. It's a 2-income household, you know, but it does tell me that the finances will be balanced for some reason. You know, that's just what I feel from the energy. And deep healing, upper chakras. Listen, guys, going from that middle world into the, you know, it's that transformation from lower self into higher self with upper chakras. Fully healed. This relationship will be healing. Oh, it's another one. Grounding and transformation. Transmutation, sorry. Wow. The abundance will be grounded. It's a continual source of abundance. Abundance, it feels like. That continual connection. 2 8s here. Any blockages here, anything that needs to be surrendered. Anything that needs to be surrendered moving forward. Surrender to spirit, guys. Surrender to the divine. Surrender to spirit. Because they're orchestrating it anyway. Once you've done anything you can to achieve a goal, turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. Surrender to passion and silence here. Absolutely amazing, guys. Oh, we have 2 more here. I didn't even notice. Surrender your ego. And surrender negative thinking. 10 of Swords, guys. Surrender. Hey, work with crystals and do yoga. Study. As you know more, you do better. You know, as you know better, you do better. Oh my God. We have youth past here. Closing this out. Closing this out, we are going to take you past because it just spoke so loudly to me. Final messages overall here. Wow. Wow. Open up and be genuine at the bottom of the deck. So we have you've passed. What is it that you truly want? Chakra alignment. You must be yourself above all else. Do you believe that your past is equal to your present / future? That's a deep one. Get in tune with the divine. Get in tune with the divine energy all around you. And finally, we have sacred magic of the divine lives within you. Tap into your power. Learn to better control your abilities. I do want you guys to kind of go back and review that. Oh, we skipped one. Take your time. Go slow. I want you guys to meditate on these cards here because they are very important. But I don't have to go into it, it feels like. Okay. Okay, well, you need to focus on most at this time. We do have this coming out. This was the bottom of the deck card. Passion. Survival. Red, that's the root chakra. That's the Ace of Pentacles. Bringing things into fruition and really grounding them. Alright. Where should they put their focus? Direction, timing, stairs, guys. Where should they put their focus here? I know I'm extra when I cut. I don't care. Alright. Wow. You know what? This sun looked at me so strongly in the pre-shuffle. On the last closeout, I almost pulled it out and put it on the bottom of the deck, but I wanted it to stay genuine to what was really the bottom of the deck card. Yeah, of course, rehearsal and choices. That twin flame situation really was to transform you. That was the rehearsal to build your strength towards making the choice towards going to something better. Look at that awareness, opportunities, illumination, growth, and God energy with the sun here. Put your focus into your passion, the direction you choose. You're in growth, in this God and Goddess energy, in balance, in the elemental kingdom, meaning the life around you as well. Get in tune with nature to help align your chakras and clear your energy, guys. This is going to be your reading. I absolutely love you guys. I absolutely love you guys. The sun again, Nine of Swords, bringing you out of that mental blocks. True enlightenment is yours to be had, guys. Tap into the sacred magic energy that lives within you and learn how to control your abilities. You can take this new relationship slow, but it's in the bag for you guys. Release yourself of this past because this new love is true love. You've passed. You've passed. The test was choosing yourself. Ace of Pentacles, you chose yourself and your fate. You redirected your faith. Fate. Look at that. I said faith. You redirected everything and you put yourself in the upward direction. I love you guys, and please have a great one.